What's going on, guys, it's Easy. Welcome to my channel. So I have been playing around with the Druid builds and figured out one that is giving me 400 million damage per minute. So here is me demonstrating it to you guys, and we will get into the builds after that. And also I have tried out more builds first, and it is somewhat giving me less damage. So I looked into his gem setup. They are a lot more upgraded than mine, even though he was at 4.7 resonance. But yeah, his gem setup was a lot stronger than mine, so I had to make some tweaks there, and this one is giving me 400 million damage per minute, and I will show you guys how I did it. So pretty much you have to stay in the bear form, slamming the ground constantly as much as you can. So yeah, Druid has improved after the buff, but there is still a lot of room for the class to grow in my opinion. But here is the damage. Alright, now let's get into the builds now, starting off with the Warband Buff, which I was using here. Attacker to gain more damage. Then in this Paragon setup, we were using Unseen Dynamism, Gifted, Uncanny, Bloodthirst, so we can gain some more damage by spamming our skills. Then we could increase this stack up to 10, so 10% increased damage there, and also from this. So this is somewhat a nice setup there. And in legendary skill inside the Paragon setup, we were using Overload, which was increasing our attack speed by 60%. And talking about our Reforge setup, this is what I was using. Primary attack damage or skill damage, critical damage, duration of beneficial effect, and attack speed there. So this was my Reforge setup, and then going inside my secondary, this is what my secondary looks like. Armor, armor pen, potency, resistance, my critical chance, attack speed, crit damage, then the resonance itself. And talking about my, where is it? Yeah, talking about my legendary gen setup, we are using rank 6 Colossus Engine, Moon Skull rank 10, Gloom Cask rank 6, then Blood Soaked Jade rank 6, and then we have Bottle Hope rank 6, and Wolf Healed, and what else do we have there? And Rolling Consequence rank 7. This one is also rank 7, Wolf Healed. And finally, Fervent Fang. So this is my gem setup. And talking about the skills, we were using Rare Bear, Tone Armor, Summon Wolves, and Fire Tornado with the Ferocious Strike. So you see, I was not having the issue of primal damage, and it is working somewhat quite nicely. Now getting into the builds itself, we are using 4 pieces of Grace of Regeling, which I think works quite nice because we are doing continual damage, so it is helping us quite nicely. Then 4 pieces of Vitus Earth, which is giving our skills increased duration because most of them are buff skills, and also my gems were buff as well with the attack speed 30% increase. So this is actually quite a nice buff there. And also, I'm sure you guys don't have the same gem setup as I am, and if you are somewhat free to play or misspender, then I will highly suggest to use Berserker Eye to gain your damage. Then Entropic Well is also a really good gem to increase your damage. And for this setup for Druid, you would definitely love using Pain Class because I am using a lot of fire. Mother Lament would be a nice feature there as well. And if you guys have Spectre Glass or Crimson Behelit, that would be nice as well. And Rolling Consequence and Colossus Engine and Blast Flow is also a really nice option there for these builds. Now let's get into the essences itself, which I am using. The first one is the helm, and also keep in mind I did not focus on my legendary affixes. Those are designed for my demon hunter, but the first one which we are using is for rare bear for the wolf transform, for the bear transformation. Now leap to a target damaging on nearby enemies. This is quite nice. Then the second one is chest piece. We are using this for thorn armor, and that is what require you to have a lot of fire so you can deal a lot more damage. Thorn armor now create an area of thorny vines that follow you continually, damaging nearby enemies and infecting them with smolder seeds which explode if the infected enemy is burning. So my wolves were burning, I had the tornado, and I have rolling consequence. So I was triggering that a lot. And this is the shoulder which we are using for our wolves. Summon wolves now, summon fire wolves to fire alongside you and burn enemies. This is really nice. Then shattered grouse is what we are using for our bear to destroy the armor and deal more damage. This is quite nice. Don't go on this, skill not equipped. You need to be in the bear form in order to trigger that. Then the crow is what we are using here, and bear now transform you into a gigantic bear and increase attack range and maximum life. This is quite nice, and also you have the option to replace the second of hand. I am using here for the tornado to give me more primer power. Where is it? I cannot find it. Weird. Yeah, fire tornado now generate an additional 1 primer power per enemy up to a maximum of 10. You could use a different ascent here to increase the speed of your druid movement. If you go with this one here, where is it? It should be, hold on, summon wolves with the rattling rattling shell. Yeah, summoning wolf also increase your movement speed. You also use this one, and it will give you more movement speed, so you can use this for speed dungeon, terror rifts as well, and the damage is actually going to be quite nice. And then finally our offhand gorging brace for your bear form. I think, yeah, it is for the bear form, not the primary. Ferocious strike generate an additional 8 primal power with hitting an enemy. So this keeps you, this helps you keep your primal power up. And finally, one of the strongest ascent for Druid class, which is Mauler Mate Crush, where bear now empowers you, causing your primary attack to smash the ground and damage nearby enemies. So this is really good, with critical hits causing spikes of rock to erupt from the ground for additional damage. So Mother Lament and Rolling Consequence with these runes can help you a lot. The one I am using, the Zoo one, let me show you guys. If you guys would use this, then Mother Lament and Rolling Consequence, you can trigger a lot of damage. But overall, I would say Druid is not designed for free to play. Sadly, the damage output required you to have some really strong gems set up with the damage dealer gems, and some good amount of resonance as well with secondary. But overall, the buffs has made Druid slightly better, but it is still lacking a lot of essences. But anyways, this is it for the video. I will see you guys in my next one. Until then, take care, have fun, and bye guys. And if you have any question, do let me know in the comment section. Until then, take care, bye guys.